Today on Documentify TV, we are exploring one of the most debated archaeological finds in history, the Nampa Figurine. Discovered in 1889 near Nampa, Idaho, this tiny clay artifact has sparked curiosity, skepticism, and even conspiracy theories for over a century. Was it really 2 million years old? Or was it a cleverly orchestrated hoax? In July 1889, workers drilling a well near Nampa unearthed a surprising artifact. At a depth of nearly 320 feet, a small, human-like figurine was brought to the surface by a sand pump. Made of fired clay, the figurine measures just 1.5 inches, 38 millimeters. The discovery was immediately hailed as extraordinary. Some even claimed the artifact was 2 million years old, based on the geological layers from which it emerged. But this age estimate was quickly met with skepticism. The Nampa figurine's supposed depth placed it within the Glens Ferry Formation, a geological layer dating back to the Pliocene-Pleistocene transition. This layer, estimated at 2 million years old, raised the possibility that the artifact's creators were ancient humans far from predating any known presence in the Americas. However, such a claim defied everything we know about human history and evolution. The figurine's appearance is striking. It features a rounded head, faint markings on the chest and neck that suggest clothing or jewelry, and a broken right leg. Early analyses by geologist Albert Allen Wright and chemist Frank Fanning Jewett suggested the figurine's red coloration was caused by iron oxide deposition over time. They concluded the artifact was not a novice creation, but the work of a skilled artisan. The intricacies in its design, particularly the faint patterns on its surface, point to a deliberate effort to depict a clothed figure, which many believe would have required considerable skill and time to create. Yet, skeptics point out inconsistencies. The fragile clay figure would have had to survive immense geological pressure, volcanic activity, and the drilling process itself. Many argue that such a delicate artifact could not have endured these conditions without significant damage. If it were truly buried for millions of years, questions also arise about how it remained relatively intact and recognizable, while enduring the natural forces at play over such an extended period. Some proponents of the figurine's authenticity suggest it could have reached the depth through natural processes, such as fissures in the rock or underground water currents. These theories aim to explain how an object from a much more recent time could have ended up in ancient geological layers. Others propose that the drill itself may have pushed the object deeper before extracting it. This explanation, however, has its own challenges, as it would mean the figurine's fragile structure somehow withstood being forced through dense materials by a mechanical drill. On the other hand, many experts have dismissed the find as a hoax. Prominent figures like John W. Powell and Daniel Garrison Brinton argued the artifact closely resembled clay toys made by local Native American tribes, such as the Pocatello. Powell even suggested the figurine was dropped into the borehole during drilling, either accidentally or deliberately, to stage a discovery. Such theories highlight the possibility of human intervention, whether as a prank or an attempt to gain attention in a period rife with archaeological controversies and hoaxes. Today, the consensus among archaeologists and geologists is that the Nampa figurine is not 2 million years old. The oldest known human artifacts in the Idaho date back approximately 16,000 years, a far cry from the proposed timeline of this artifact. Experts like Keith Fitzpatrick-Matthews and Carl Feagans have labeled the Nampa figurine as an example of pseudoarchaeology, comparing it to other 19th-century hoaxes like the Cardiff Giant. Feagans points to the cultural climate of the time, noting that exaggerated or fabricated archaeological claims were not uncommon, as they often attracted public intrigue and financial gain. The figurine's similarity to modern Native American crafts further undermines its supposed antiquity. Fitzpatrick-Matthews argued that the iron oxide staining observed on the figurine could have occurred during its original firing rather than being a sign of extreme age. This explanation aligns with the methods and materials used by Native American artisans during the 19th century. Additionally, no other artifacts from such an ancient period have been found in the region, making the Nampa figurine an isolated and highly suspect find. Its lack of context within the broader archaeological record casts further doubts on its purported age and origin. Despite its dubious origins, the Nampa figurine has captured the imagination of many. Creationists have cited it as evidence of their beliefs, suggesting it supports alternative timelines for human history. Meanwhile, some paranormal enthusiasts claim it's proof of a lost civilization or even time travel, weaving the artifact into theories that challenge conventional science. In the scientific community, however, the artifact is often used as a cautionary tale against accepting extraordinary claims without extraordinary evidence. It serves as a reminder of the importance of rigorous analysis and the dangers of letting sensationalism overshadow critical thinking. So, is the Nampa figurine a 2-million-year-old relic, or is it simply a 19th century hoax? The evidence strongly suggests the latter. While the artifact remains an interesting piece of history, it does not rewrite the story of humanity as some have claimed. Instead, it should be a cautious reminder of the importance of critical thinking and rigorous scientific investigation. Tell us your thoughts about the Nampa figurine in the comments. Is there something more to this story, or is it a clever hoax? That's it for today's video, folks. See you next time, right here on Documentify TV.